Some celebs pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mobos. They gon' be there on repeat, they like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now, photo now, photo now. But for now, I'm local. But for now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.
Yes, my peoples, big up yourself, big up the whole Metric community. Smash the likes on your way in, subscribe if you're new. We're here every day. You lot know the thing already. I'm going to share my screen from early and we get straight into me. Let me know what you lot think in the chat, man. If you lot got any breaking news or whatnot, let me know and we go through it. Do you know what I'm saying? This is what we do over here in the Metric community. So smash the likes, my people, man. We're going to get into a few of these news and I'm going to get into the main thing. We got some of the young boys. We got some stuff about Zirkzee as well. And then I'm going to obviously show you what's happened within the last 12 hours of Manchester United, of course. So let's get straight into it, man. Let me just set this up so just in case something comes true, we can understand. This is Fabrizio. Obviously, he's gone on a podcast and they've asked him about his options, etc. What does he think is going to happen? And he spoke about the midfield targets. Remember, Fabrizio ain't really been on the Anderson train and that. He ain't been coming out like that and saying Anderson, you know. He's really kind of just stuck to his guns and just said, nah, they really, really rate Belieber. That's the only one he talks about. He don't talk about no one else. He just chats about Belieber. You understand? So this is what he's saying. He's saying if there's a player Man United put on the top of the list for sure, it's Belieber, who they absolutely love. Belieber has always been seen as the top target for Ruben Amorim because he can bring quality and intensity. Something that Amorim wants in midfield. I'm not saying that the other two are not targets. For sure, Anderson is on the list and Adam Wharton as well. These three players are all on the short list. Man United are preparing important signings in midfield in 2026. In January, Belieber, Anderson and Wharton are unlikely unavailable in the market. Obviously, they're not available. What I can guarantee is that Man United will sign 1 or 2 midfielders in 2026. So basically, bro, it seems like my man don't really know nothing else. I'll be real. Keep it real. I don't think this guy knows anything else. Do you get it? He's just left off what he last knew that was Belieber, and that's it. Because he hasn't came out once and said Anderson or Wharton, you know. It's been all the other guys saying it. The Andy Mittens, the Ben Jacobs. They've all spoke about Anderson and that. Ornstein. Fabrizio doesn't have a clue. So he's probably not getting his scoop like he usually gets his scoop. And he's just going off what he knows, saying Belieber's still going to be the guy. I don't know about Anderson and Wharton, but Belieber's a guy that they like for sure. They absolutely love. He could just be going off last season, the last transfer window. We loved Belieber. We went for him. We wanted him. But Brighton said he's not for sale. No problem. So he might just be going off that. That's the last he's heard about it. He might not have no news. But everybody else is saying Anderson, Wharton. It's just crazy. It's a merry-go-round. You can't even keep up, bro. Because every time you turn around, there's a new name getting chapped in the middle. You hear João Gomez, Conor Gallagher. Who else have we heard in that midfield role? Stiller. Where's Stiller gone? We're not hearing Stiller's name anymore. Where's he off to? So every time you turn around, there's a new name. Yesterday, we had a 6-man shortlist, and now we got Tyler Adams in there. Tyler Adams. What is going on here, bro? So I don't know, man. I don't know if anyone even knows what's going on, because every time, like I said, you turn your head, there's a new name involved, but Fabrizio sticking to his guns with this Belieber thing. I just feel like he doesn't really know nothing new. So he's just saying what he last knew about the situation. Do you get it? And he's saying, I'm saying that the other two are not targets for sure. Anderson is on the list. Adam Wharton as well. These 3 players are all on the short list. But Belieber's the one that we love. So he's sticking to his guns that it's a Belieber thing. But do we really want to put that out there that we still want Belieber after he's not been playing? You get it? He ain't been playing well. So maybe ease up and you don't talk about it for a little bit. Summer comes, you go back in there. Yo, here's a 65 million. What are you saying? Do you know what I mean? But if you keep letting it know he's the only one we want, Brighton might fade you off. Man, United still want him. It don't matter how rubbish he is. So maybe we'll just keep our price. And then we start at 100 and end up ending on 85 or something. I feel like that's still a bump. I told you, look, Belieber, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with us getting Belieber. The only thing about Belieber that I don't rate is the price. That's anything over 70 million is crazy. I'll be real with you. I'm not on this crazy thing. So yeah, that's the situation with him anyway. Let's get into the breaking news about the youth, obviously, that a lot of you lot probably come here for. Look at this shoot now. Bowed. Obviously, that's a good that's a good source in Germany. Do you understand? Sportbild is a good source in Germany. It breaks all the news. I remember it brought the news about Sesko, with the Leipzig bid and all of that, etc. And they basically come out and they've said Manchester United and Tottenham have made concrete inquiries for FC Köln winger Said El Mala. Both clubs have asked the German side of their willingness to negotiate and indicated that they are willing to offer around 30 to 40 million euros. So we're looking at this shoot and we're looking to pay that piece apparently. Like I said, Bild, they were very good when it came to the Sesko stuff. Do you understand? When it comes to German news, Sportbild and Bild, they're good still. They know what they're saying sometimes. So we're preying this guy. He's a German footballer. I've never heard of him, but he's meant to be a good Wonderkid. He's 19 years old. He played 13 matches. He's got 6 goals and 1 assist. So 7 goals and assists in 13 games, and he's playing for Köln. I don't know where Köln is in the league when it comes to the German league. I'm going to have a look right now. But he's meant to be cold still, apparently. I don't know him. Like I said, I can't vouch for him. But he's meant to be a good player. They're 10th in the league. They haven't won a game. They're 10th in the league, basically. That's where Köln is at the moment. So I don't know, man. I don't know this shoot, but he's meant to be one of their main guys, and he's doing what he needs to do. Look, he's even injured at the moment. Look at that. 6 goals, 2 assists. And he's got a little minor injury, I think it is. Where is it? What's it going to tell me about him? Expect to return a few days. Yeah, minor injury, muscle cramps. 19 years old, ball-footed, 19 million. They're saying they want 30 million for him. I don't know, bro, but 6 goals and 2 assists. Boy, is what it is. Like I said, I've never heard of him, but he could be a little skillful winger. Who knows? He could be anyone. He could be just another Wonderkid that we come and build up. But it is what it is, bro. But this is what I'm saying. This is what Ineos do. We know what Ineos is about. They're on this, let's go and scout and get some young gems, etc. So it's very likely they do something like this. Do you know what I'm saying? And to get him for what, 30 million euros, what's that, 24 million pounds? And say he's the real deal. Remember, wingers can play wing back. So imagine having him on the left. He's a left winger. So if you put him on the left as a left winger, come on, bro. We're eating. Do you know what I'm trying to say? You can see what's going on there. Just eat. That's what we're doing. We're eating. Ahmad on the right, Mbumo, Cunha, El Mala. But I don't know him. I can't really speak on him for too long because I don't know him. But I know he's German. I know he's a baller. That a lot of people. He was linked with another club before. I can't remember what club it was. And they were really gassed to have him. They were like, yeah, man, we need to get him, etc. Like, I'll type his name in now. And I'll show you. Like, who was he linked with again? Look, that's a little comp of him, etc. So he's got to be someone, man. El Mala. Okay, cool. So what's that? So it's us on Tottenham. Look at that. That's it. Brighton. Brighton as well. Last summer, Brighton offered 20 million euros and it was turned down. Oh, my, you know what's going on now. You know, from time Brighton's involved, you know something's going on there. You could just see some Wonderkiddish going on from time Brighton's involved. You don't know how they stay already. So if Brighton's try to offer 20 million euros, that's like 16 million pounds. They tried to get the deal of the century. You know what I'm saying? So he could be the guy, man. He could be the next best thing. He's 19 years old. Tottenham and Man United are the latest clubs to join the battle. He has a price tag of 30 to 40 million euros. Last summer, Brighton offered 20 million euros. And Sportbild is good for German news. So, boy, this could be something, man. It could be the beginning of something. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see what he's on. But that's the thing. I'm sure he was linked with someone else as well, man. Who was he linked with before? My playing style. I think everyone knows that I'm a street footballer. I receive the ball and start dribbling. So he's a little dribbler. But he was linked with someone before why his name came up. Look at that. Teenagers with the most goals in Europe's top 5 seasons. Obviously, he scored against us. Krupi, that's in there. Said El Mala. And he's playing in the German league, the Bundesliga. You know what I'm saying? So look, a lot of people are in this, man. Brighton got an offer turned down. So Brighton would have bought him, then they would have probably sold him for about 100 and something million. This is crazy. Crazy. What's this? Fofana. So they're putting him under Fofana. They're doing comparisons about him and Fofana. This is what the else El Mala. That's what they want to call him. El Mala. He's a shot hunter, extremely direct dribbler. I haven't seen no comps of him or nothing. Look, is this what it is? Malik Fofana remains on buying shortlist for the left wing position next summer. El Mala still ranked highly as previously revealed. So see, Bayern Munich might be going for him as well. But Malik Fofana is an option as well. See, this seems like a wing-back role. From time Bayern are going for him, and you can see what type of player Malik Fofana is. Malik Fofana is a winger, which could play wing-back. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So, bro, come on, man. Let's build up, man. What we doing here, man? Let's go. Let's go and get him then. Because from time you're in comparisons with Malik Fofana is a baller, and he played against us, and he had a thing. Malik Fofana had a ball when he played against us. He had a good game, bruv. He had a very good game when he played against us. So it is where it is, man. It is where it is. We'll see what happens. But this is the geezer what we're linked with. I'll show you the post. It's from Sportbau. Sportbau is a German source. It's very good, especially when it comes to German news. Do you know what I'm trying to say? When it comes to German news, it's very good. So we'll see, man. We'll see what comes from this, man. But the Germans, Tottenham are meant to be involved, but I can't see Tottenham even getting him. Tottenham have got like 100 wingers already. When you look at Tottenham, how much wingers do they need, bro? Brendan Johnson, Kudus, Kolo Muani plays on the wing. Richarlison can play on the wing when Solanke's fit. Kulusevski. Who else have they got over there that plays on the wing that I'm missing out? I think Mikey Moore's on loan, etc. Right? There's someone else, man. There's Brendan Johnson, Odegaard, Tell. Bro, that's like 7 players already. That's just off my head. Why would you go there? And then they've got their little young boys that will come off the bench as well. And then Mikey Moore's on loan. When he comes back, he's going to want to shout as well. I don't even know if I said Kudus. But yeah, bruv. So I can't see anyone else going for him unless we are going to go for him. But this could just be a thing where, you know what, we get him and then we just leave him. You build up. You could be a second in command type of thing. Or do we get him to be a wing back like at Ahmad? Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because it seems like that's what we're going for now. We need to get wing backs that are actually wingers. Since Ruben actually changed it because he was playing Dallo in the big games, remember? He never used to play Ahmad. Then he just dropped that out and said, you know what? I'm going to play Ahmad every single game. Big game or not, we're playing Ahmad because he's a winger. We started doing well. We started being more of an attacking threat, etc. So maybe he wants the same thing on the left. Some people said this about yesterday about Semeno, because we were linked with Semeno. Is he going to be the left wing back? There was talks about he don't mind and he's open. I think Miguel Delaney came out and said Semeno is open to playing wing back, but I can't see it happening. Like, how would you be open to playing wing back when you can go and just play in the same role that you've been striving in? Do you know what I'm saying? If I'm striving in the right wing role, I'm going to want to just play right wing. Why would I want to put in extra work and start playing a whole different role, have to be diligent with my defending and all of that? So I don't think Semeno comes, but we'll see. This is the other geezer. He seems like a cheaper option. So I don't know, man. Like I said, I haven't watched him myself, so I can't sit here and say he's a baller or not. But from what I've seen, all the stats and the people he's being compared with and the teams he's getting linked with, Brighton put in a 20 million bid, 20 million euros. That's about 16 million pounds. You know what they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes Brighton are trying to do that. You know what they're trying to do. You know what type of geezer this is. And then you got Bayern Munich. I've got him on the shortlist. That says a lot, bro. That just tells you this guy, he's definitely got potential. And he's meant to be 19, etc. So it is what it is. We'll see what happens. But this is obviously the main news of what's happened today. And it's about this geezer. So we'll get into the rest of it and we'll talk about some more stuff. I'll get these comments in a sec. Make sure you keep them coming. So that's that. That's the sport bar thing about El Mala, whatever his name is. We got the young boys as well, you know. We've got some of the young boys as well. They just had a good game against Sheffield Wednesday. They absolutely battered them. It's crazy. Fabrizio came out about 21 hours ago and he said Man United and Ruben love Semeno, but nothing concrete yet. We know there's nothing concrete. Everybody knows this. There's nothing concrete because no one can bid for him. Nothing can happen. It's probably the best thing you can probably do is personal terms, but that's basically after you trigger the release clause. Do you know what I'm saying? Or before, just before. It's like, yo, do you want to come? We're going to trigger a release clause. Yeah, I want to come. How much you're offering? No problem. That's how it works. But he knows there's going to be a line of clubs lining up for him. So what is the point? How can they be anything concrete now? All we can have is if they won you or not. And that's what we're getting, that we do like him. But nothing can be concrete. There's nothing concrete for Liverpool at the moment. There's nothing concrete for City because it's a release clause. There's not going to be any talks going on behind the scenes. It gets to 1st of January. You hit Semeno up and you say, yo, we're willing to trigger your release clause. What are you saying? How much do you want? Da, 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 da. Are you on it? If he says yes, all right, cool. But he might say yes and say, I'm considering everything. Give me time. So we all have our convo with him on a Tuesday. And then by Friday, he gets back to us and says, all right, I'm going City or Liverpool or I'm going United, whatever. So there's not going to be anything concrete anyway. Do you understand? So that's what I'm saying. Sometimes Fabrizio will come out and say stuff that's not even needed to say. So he's just saying something that he doesn't even need to tell us. What is the point? So that's that anyway. And then we got Belieber. Obviously, like I said to you, look, Fabrizio done his podcast and he said that if there's a player Man United that put on the top of the list, it's Carlos Belieber. They always love Belieber and they still do. Anderson and Wharton are on the list, but Belieber is seen as the top target. I don't think Fabrizio knows anything else because he hasn't said Anderson or Wharton's name once. He hasn't come and said their name once. It's been all the other journalists saying Anderson and Wharton are on the list. He's just been saying Belieber. So that might just be the last name that he knows that Man United were in for, and he ain't got no info since. But he just wants to keep on talking because he's more of an influencer. Let's be real. That's what he does, isn't it? So it is where it is, man. He's a Sky Sports. Sky Sports came out last night, obviously yesterday, sorry, and they said this: Man United are firmly in the race for Semeno. Like I said, there's not going to be anything concrete, as in any movement now, because it doesn't make any sense. But it's just good to see what's going on. There were some talks about Bruno Fernandes, of course. He said he wants to stay at back. Obviously, what they done with this interview, they tried to be smart, and this is what they do, innit? It's just like clips. If you go watch a podcast, they might give you some clips first. You think, what's going on? Why they say that? And then they give you the rest of the clips and it's calm. So what they done first is they gave us the clips about Bruno, and it was basically saying, Man United don't want me. They tried to sell me in the summer, and they left that for yesterday. So everyone's going crazy. Oh my God, what's going on? Da, 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 da. And then they've let the rest out, saying the rest of the same interview. So they just cut it in half. And he basically ended up saying, I want to stay at Man United as long as I feel desired. I would like to experience the Spanish league and fight for big titles in Italy. I have many connections to Italy. My daughter was born there. I've already thought about returning to Portugal. The first option would be Sporting. To be happy like it was with Sporting. But I don't want to ruin the image that was left. But I don't want to drag myself there. I want to add to it. And even try district football at an advanced age. You play in the district for love. You feel different. I have friends in the district. So he's calm. He just had a little interview and they asked him about what his position is, what happened last year, boom, boom, boom. It's nothing. But it just seems like we're getting to a stage where things are getting a bit toxic. We've got the stuff about Kobe Mainoo, his brothers coming out doing T-shirts. We've got the little young boys. You know, all the little young boys have been going through it with Amrin. Do you get it? You've got Amas. He's not happy. He's putting stuff on Instagram. We got Chido Obi. Remember, my man's gone and said what he said about him. He's struggling and all of that, whatever. He's not playing in the under-21s. So we're at a place right now where it's kind of negative and toxic. Are you not preying it? Like, Bruno's interviews dropped. Amaz has just done what he's done. Obi's done what he's done. Kobe's brother. This is all in 1 week, you know. Not even 3 days. This is all in like 2-3 days. So it's getting a bit weird right now. I can't lie to you, lot. It's very negative. Like, everything that's coming out is just, it's crazy. But that's Bruno anyway. And Mbumo's landed in Morocco for AFCON. He's there. So, yeah, that's the boy. And Mbumo, obviously, he's going to be gone for the next, is it 6 weeks? How long is it? AFCON is meant to be a whole month, a whole month. He's in the same group as Ahmad. So, obviously, they might be back a bit soon because one of them might get kicked out. Who knows what's going to happen? But let me show you what we're going to miss with Mbumo. Now, obviously, Mbumo was having stinkers after stinkers before he left anyway, but we still need him. Do you know what I mean? But it is what it is. But these are the games that Mbumo and Ahmad will miss 100%. And that is Villa, Newcastle at home, Wolves, and Leeds. That's 100%. Even if you get kicked out of the group stage, you will miss these 4 games. Do you know what I'm saying? And then everything else is when you might be back. So we got Burnley, Brighton, FA Cup, and then we got Manchester City. If they stay in the competition to the final, they will be, it's the 20th of January, sorry. So they might even miss the Arsenal game on the 25th. Because the final's on the 20th, for you to fly back, train and all of that, you might be fatigued. They might not even let you play the Arsenal game. So the final's on the 21st of January or 20th, whatever. So, but you'll definitely miss the City game. But if none of them make the final, they should be back for the Man City game. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But if they get kicked out of the group stage, I think the group stage is going to be done by the 30th of December. So, yeah, if they get kicked out of the group stage, then they could be back for about Leeds away. Leeds away is a mad ground right now as well. Leeds away is dark. You don't want to go there right now. They're on a different thing as well, I'll be real. So, I don't know, man. But Burnley, and then we got Brighton, and then we got Man City. So, this little section here, these 4 games, Brighton, remember, Brighton never had no Mitoma, and we dealt with them at Old Trafford. So we should really do the same thing. But remember, we had Mbumo on smoke that game. So if Mbumo's not back and they got their guys and the Mitomas and the Mintes, it could be a different story, bro. So it is what it is. But these 3 games at least, we should be able to get the win without them. Should be. But Leeds away is spooky. At 12:30 as well, they're up for it. You know, we got a rivalry with them. It's a madness. So we'll see what happens, man. But them lot have gone AFCON now. Mazraoui, I think we're lodging a little complaint in because they didn't want Mazraoui to play the game against Bournemouth over some stupidness. So it is where it is. But smash the likes, my peoples. We're going to get a few of these comments and we're going to get straight back into the news. So yeah, smash these likes, man. Let's get these likes up, man. It's not making no sense. This is not the metric community. You know, our things different. Yes, Metch. Need Belieber ASAP. Big up, Metch. Big up yourself, United Rules, man. Metric community, Man United, my peoples. I would take Saeed El Mala. Still, he's a baller. Ahmad on the right and Saeed El Mala on the left. That would be fire. Oh, swear that he's a baller, yeah? Like I said, I don't know this geezer, bro. I have to watch a comp. I need to watch a comp and then know what's going on. But the players that he's getting compared with and the teams he's getting linked with shows me that he's got something for him. You can't get linked to Brighton and Bayern Munich and not be a baller. It doesn't make sense. AP, big up yourself, broski. Marla is 20 years old. Who's Marla? Not really a Wonderkid anymore. Oh, El Marla. Saeed, he's not 18, 19. Oh, there are 2 Marlas at Cone. Yeah, he's 19, this one here. Saeed El Marla looks better, a lot better. Malik El Marla was the one that is 20. Okay. He had 13 goals, 1 assist last season. He's got 6. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. He's doing his thing, man. From the time you get a link to Bayern Munich, you're on something. You're doing something right. I tell you that for free. El Malta, PlayStation like Dortmund Sanchez. What Sanchez? What Sanchez? Sancho, you mean? Like Dortmund Sancho? Is that what you're saying? Hello. Big up yourself, Red Devil, man. I hope you're good, bro. Big up, Metch. Big up yourself, Mike, man. Like and subscribe, peoples. Come on, man. Let's get these likes up, man. You know, man's here for you, lot, daily. Smash the likes, man. The thing's free. Just hit the like button and we scroll. Come on. They know us. So, yeah, let's get into it, man. I'm going to show you lots of more news that's come out with the Man United within the last 24 hours. Because, you know, there's always stuff to talk about when it comes to Man United. Always. So, yeah, man. So, we've got through the El Malar guy, etc. We've got through the Semeno talks. We don't know what's going to happen with that. Obviously, Fabrizio's just saying what he knows. He ain't going to ever say anything because I don't think he even knows anything. And then we've got this about Bruno Fernandes. This came from Rob Dawson. And Rob Dawson is plugged in with the club. He comes out and drops little bombs there and there. But obviously, now that Bruno's on the agenda, everything's going to come out now. He says, I think the stance from United is the same it was last summer. I think that they will leave the decision up to Bruno. In that same interview that he gave with Manchester reporters, he left the door open. I think that will happen is that United at the end of the season will have a conversation with him and say to him, it's up to you. So if you want to go, Bruno, you can go. It's up to you, bro. It's in your hands. If there's a big offer that comes in, you know, it's probably not going to be 100 million again from Al Hilal. But if there's something in that region, we would consider it. So he's saying that just goes without saying anyway. You get me? Like, we would consider it. Like, Bruno's a gem. Bruno's been here for years. He's been putting up numbers. He's got created the most chances every single year. A lot of people don't like him because when you have a stinker, man will rise up and talk about him. But most of the time, I think I saw a stat yesterday that he's got us more points than any team. Without Bruno in the team, we would have lost so much points. He's got us more points than Haaland has got City, which is crazy for me. Do you know what I'm saying? To even know that. But yeah, man, big up the boy Bruno anyway, man. But we'll see. Obviously, he could leave at the end of the season. He might not. Either way, it seems like there's going to be a midfield overall anyway. Andersons, Beliebers, Stillers. We've got so much people that we're looking at. So we'll see. Semeno looks set to leave Vitaly in January, 5 clubs after him, blah, blah, blah. We've got this about Mainoo. Obviously, Rob Dawson's come out. He said, I think United will wait until the end of the window until they get Ahmad and Mbumo back from AFCON. See what kind of shape the squad is in and if they are offers for Kobe Mainoo. If they are loan offers for Mainoo at the end of the window, then look at it, assess, and have a conversation with him about where he sees his future. I don't think it's a guarantee that he'll be allowed to go, because if he leaves, they'll need to replace him. And I think that's going to be really, really tough for him to do in January. Remember, one thing about January is nobody wants to, you don't want to go out there and have to try to buy someone in January. It's the hardest thing to do because everyone overprices their players. So why are we going to say, you know what, Kobe, you can go on your loan, but you know what we're going to have to do now? We're going to have to go and chat to someone, a team, get a player that's good enough to replace Kobe. So Kobe's level or higher, that is unhappy at their club as well. That don't really happen. Who's on the bench that you could say, let's go and get him now from this club and he's going to come? That's unhappy. It's only really our club and like English clubs, because we're getting so much depth now. Everyone's trying to do the depth thing. It's only really the English clubs that players won't be happy. But everywhere else, it don't really happen. And probably only Rodrigo at Real Madrid that went for a stage. He wasn't playing, especially for Xavi Alonso. I think he's playing a bit more now, but he wasn't playing at one stage. Arsenal thought they was going to get him. But when you actually look at it, who do you go and get? Let's say Kobe went to him on loan. Who did you go and get? Gallagher. Is Gallagher better than Kobe or on the same level? Come on. What are we doing here? Like, you got to go and get someone that's going to be on the same level or better. Same thing with Zirkzee. So unless we're going to go out there and overpay, because remember, City had to overpay for Omar Mamouche, you know. They went out there and paid, what, 75 million euros for Omar Mamouche because he had a good 6 months. And now the man's getting 3 minutes. He's getting 3 minutes a game. It's crazy. This is what I'm saying. So that's what he's saying. That's what he's basically trying to say, that I think that's going to be really, really tough for him to do in January, because it doesn't make sense letting him go for his happiness for the World Cup, but then kind of trying to replace him. And then it's a madness. We've got to try to buy someone now that we don't even want. If we can get a loan for someone, all right, no problem. Gallagher come true, loan. But let's just say Atletico say, nah, it's got to be obligation. And we don't even want Gallagher for the future. And then once Gallagher goes or Kobe comes back, we've got a headache now. We've got Gallagher, we're trying to get rid of him. It doesn't make no sense. That's why I think it's not going to, I don't think any of them go. And obviously, what could help is if some of them come back a bit earlier from AFCON. That's what might help. Because like I said, it ends on the 20th of December. So unless some of them come back a bit early, 20th of December, they're all back. Then they got to get back into rhythm with the team, etc. Then it gets to the end of the window and then it's like, oh. Remember, but by that time, you don't know how much games Kobe could have played. Kobe could have played about 3-4 games and he's happy now. Who knows? Do you know what I'm trying to say? And you got to remember, one injury to Casemiro, Kobe plays every game. One injury, Bruno don't get injured, but you know what I'm trying to say. He could just feel ill or food poisoning. He plays every game, so it could just change just like that. This is my thing with it. So we'll see what happens with that one, man. But like I said to you, look, even if you look at AFCON, you got this is Mbumo and Amado in the same group. So once one of them comes back, you just don't know what can happen. You know what I'm saying? They're in the same group. I think they're playing each other in the first game. Oh, no, they're not. They're not even playing each other the first game. But yeah, that's their group there. They're playing each other in the second group. So look, 31st of December, see? So that's the group. They should really both go through, but let's just say they didn't go through. 31st of December, you're coming back. This is what I'm saying. And then it's the round of 32, 16, whatever, however it goes. But that's the situation. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Obviously, they've got a meaty group, man. They should get through, really. They've got a meaty group. But if one of them slips up, they're coming back by the 4th or 5th December. Crazy. So we'll see what happens with that one there, man. That's the guys. What's that? What is this autocorrector? What's that? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Dara? Autocorrector. You talking about your thing, the Sanchez, Dortmund Sanchez talk. Yeah, cool. So let's get into it. Let's get into the rest of the news then. So that's that with Kobe. I don't think Kobe goes. And this is Carlos Baliba, the man himself talking. This ain't no one talking on him, no journalist. This is Baliba himself. And they basically asked him on whether the United links are affecting his performances this season. And he says, I don't think it affected me negatively. but I had a lot of pressure on me when I started this season. I wanted to show the same performance as last season. Every day I tried to work hard and get back to my level. Did I put too much pressure on myself? Yes, I think so, but I think it's good. It's good for me because now I have to get through this slightly stressful period and get back on the horse and continue working hard. Listen, so some people saying that they think Beliebers doing it on purpose. Come on, bro. We could have literally turned our whole thing. We could have literally said, yo, we don't want you no more. You're poor. You've been hooked. He's been hooked the most times in this league at halftime. There's no player that's been hooked more than Belieber at halftime in this league. So I can't see him doing it on purpose. Like, he's been having a stinker. But I can't lie. I've watched him a few games and he's looked a bit better. He played against, was it Aston Villa? He looked okay. Newcastle, he looked good. Obviously, against us at Old Trafford, he was poor again, but he looks okay. I've always said the same thing and I always maintain it. I don't mind us getting Belieber, but we shouldn't be paying anything more than 65 million. And that's getting a potential. That 65 is saying he's 21 years old or whatever he is. We're going to have him here for a decade. He's obviously going to get back to his best at some time. We're just taking a gamble, that sort of way. That's the only way. I don't think we turn around and go 70, 80 million. That is madness. That's the only thing about Belieber. So apart from that, I'm cool with him. I'm cool with him coming. But he's saying it's not Man United that turned his head, so we'll see. This is some talk about apparently Ten Hag. Before De Ligt came in, Man United's recruitment team labelled him a Dutch Harry Maguire. And the manager put his foot down and said, nope, I want him. And then we paid the 42 million, apparently. I don't know how true that is, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got to remember, I don't even think that's true. Because let me tell you something. You got to remember, we went in for Branthwaite. That's who we actually wanted. We wanted Branthwaite. Branthwaite was 70 million. We're getting quoted 70 million. We put in a 40 million bid or something like that. 45. They said, nah, 70 million. And we said, yeah, you've gone mad. That's when we went in for De Ligt. So I can't see them, you know what, we're going to go in for him because Ten Hag said, let's definitely go in for him. That's one thing that they stopped doing. As soon as they came through the door, Ineos, like, they did get a few. Who did they get? De Ligt, Ugarte, Mazraoui, that window there. Who else was bought in that window? Mazraoui, De Ligt, Euro. These guys never played for Ten Hag. The only one was De Ligt. So I don't really think. I think he was an option. He was probably second option because it was Branthwaite. He already plays in the league. You get it. They're both centre-backs. They're both aggressive, blah, blah, blah. But Branthwaite, they were taking the piss. 70 million. The guy can't stay fit. He hasn't even played a game this season. This guy can't stay fit, bro. So we would have played 70 million and they would have been mad anyway. Look at that. So that's something that we can take from and say that was positive. You get me? So it is what it is, man. This is what the Mail Sports come out with today. I don't know. I think it's just gas. They're just stirring stuff up for no reason. Look, they're talking about Eric Bailly, whose murderous choice of vehicle was mocked by his teammates. Wow. Who cares, man? Who cares? Crystal Palace. Look, Mail Sports is on one today. They're just saying Crystal Palace was laughing and he nearly fell off his chair when United agreed to pay 50 million for Aaron Wan-Bissaka. This is all them man's days. Woodward and Glazers. This is old school. So why are we talking about this now? It's like it's a boring day. There's nothing going on. Man United, let's just make something up. Like, why do we care? Why didn't you say this about a year or two ago? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about none of this. Look, man's telling me about Ronaldo now. I don't care about that. If you just come in, smash the likes, my peoples, man. I'm going to summarize in a minute, in a bit. Don't worry. I'll show you exactly what's going on. So don't watch nothing. This is just some old stuff again about Ten Hag and Ronaldo. Like, bro, do we care about this? Do we really care? Portugal superstar wanted to leave just a year after returning to Old Trafford when a frustrated Sancho challenged Ten Hag on social media, blah, blah, blah. But I want to hear about the now. I don't really want to hear about the old school. So this is the Joshua Zirkzee stuff. Look at this now. Joshua Zirkzee's move to Roma is now progressing. Roma sporting director Ricky Massara had meetings with Manchester United in London on Friday and Saturday. Talks were also held with Zirkzee's entourage. Roma now want to offer an initial loan worth 5 to 6 million euros or even higher, and an obligation to buy it in July. Zirkzee's open to I can never say that word, you know. Resurrecting. That's it. I didn't give up. You get it? Resurrecting his career under Pierre Gasperini. So I don't know if Zirkzee's going to go. Roma haven't been at it. They've been like us. Roma used to be a big team in Italy and they fell off. They're just like what we done. So I don't know. I know they're doing kind of well now, and he's their top target, 100%. Everyone's come out and said that. Fabrizio, everyone. He is their top target. But the only thing is, I just can't see it happening. It's just like Kobe, man. Like, why are we going to get rid of him and then say, you know what, we've got rid of Zirkzee. Now we need to replace him. Who are we going to replace him with? And then we go and either have to overpay or find someone that we don't really want. Like, how does that make any sense? If you look at Roma in the table, look, they're not doing bad. Look at that. They're not doing bad. They're on 30 points. They're 3 points away from the top. Napoli's in there, Milan. That's one thing about the Italian league. It's always mad close, this league here. It's never like one person just running away from it. Look at that. And they lost their last game. But before that, they've been on a they've been all right. Look at that. Let me show you the overview. Their last game, they played Cagliari. And they lost. That was it. That's not even their last game. Their last game was Como and Celtic in the Europa. So, yeah, man, Zirkzee could go there. But like I said, bro, I can't see it happening until the guys come back from AFCON at least. And then maybe with... Who would we go and get, though? Can you lot tell me a backup striker that we could get on loan that's sitting on the bench, not happy? What backup striker is good enough that is not happy and sitting on the bench at a team? And we can go and say, you know what, give us him on loan because he's not happy. Who? This is what I'm saying. So it'll give us a headache. Do you know what I'm saying? It'll sort out Roma's problem because they need a striker. So you sort out Roma, but then now we've got a headache of, say Sesko gets injured. Who do we go to? Chido Obi or try Mbumo up top? Cunha again. Like, brother, it's a madness. But it seems like, listen, they've had talks. There's been stuff about Zirkzee and Roma every single 2 days. Remember, I'm here every day. Every 2 days, there's something about Roma and Zirkzee. And Fabrizio came and said, yes, it is ongoing, but it's up to Man United. We don't know what's going to happen because it's all about AFCON. So I don't know what's going to happen. So no one knows what's going to happen with Zirkzee. Do we let him go or not? Obviously, it's clear. It's clear that we don't really rate him. Let's be real. Like, my man played him, but he didn't really want to play him them games at Crystal Palace, etc. He ended up doing it because he didn't have no choice. But Fabrizio has came out and said, I can't find it. It's not coming up. But he has came out and said, yo, they are talks for him, but we don't know what's going to happen like because of AFCON. No one knows. Do we let him go and put ourselves in a pickle, or do we just carry on and just, yo, you look, I know you're unhappy. I know you want to go World Cup, but brother, we need to keep you here. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Look at this. This is on November the 6th. Joshua Zirkzee has still not presented an official request to go out on loan. West Ham are looking for a striker, blah, blah, blah. Roma are also calling for his situation. I think he said something a bit more recent than that as well. Yeah, is this the one? Yeah, there you go. December the 13th. Look at that. 5 days ago. Man United aware of interest from Roma for Zirkzee and Napoli for Kobe Mainoo, but no green light from Man United to any exit yet due to AFCON. Do you know what I'm saying? So the AFCON thing is stopping a lot of things from happening. And it gives us a headache as well. So we'll see, man. We'll see. It's a weird one still, I'll be real. So this is what Fabrizio said. For those that didn't see it, Man United are aware of interest from Roma for Zirkzee. So Zirkzee, I don't know what's going to happen with this geezer, man. Is the geezer going to go? Is he not? Obviously, they don't really rate him to play him as a backup. But, brother, I wouldn't sell him, bro. What's the point selling him and then sitting there and having to scratch your head and you don't know what's going to happen after that? It's not going to make any sense, bro. So we'll see, man. We'll see. Let me get a few of these comments and then we'll get back into the news. I'll get a few of these. Yeah, so that's that. Let me get a few of these comments. I like already. Big up the Metch. What's that one there? What's that about? Community finger red #1. Big up Metch. Big up yourself, EQ. Hope you're good, bro. After 10 start, his brother and father did 100% for selling Mainoo. He is too much of a headache. Also, I learned Mainoo agent is his brother. Explain the 200k thing. Nah, man. I think his brother put him in the mud, man. I think he done him. I don't think that was him. He ain't come out and done anything mad. You get me? It's affecting him. He wants out, and of course, he's not going to admit it. Man wasn't down playing the links. Man basically said the links is what is going to motivate him to do better. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but you talk about. I'm guessing you talk about Belieber, right? Yeah. I promise this Belieber halftime stat is going to rise out of. Tell me about it. The moment we sign him, that's what. Can they trust him? He was getting hooked at halftime every. It's crazy. But I reckon he's got better. I'll be real. I reckon he's got better though. So he was trash at first, but I reckon he's got better. I'll be real. Charlie, if you want to motivate Mainoo, let's just give him 200k. Yeah, I don't think we'll give Mainoo anything close to that. He'll probably get 150 max. Even that is a bit of a madness. Mamouche, he needs to prove it. Sort of talent that deserves to play. Bruno has proven it. Mainoo had a good first season, a terrible second season. I think everyone had a terrible second season, to be honest. Everyone was kind of poor that season. So it's what it is. It could be DR Congo and versus Jamaica to get to the World Cup. I would like to see the match. Yeah, man. Congo all day, bro. I'm Congolese, bro. We got to get that one day. I see Nigeria trying to do some madness, trying to say that we cheated or something. They're moving mad. It's crazy. I'm gonna show you that in a minute, broski. Don't watch nothing. We're gonna get into that. I'm gonna summarize in a minute. I'm just gonna get into the rest of the news and I'll show you all of that. Don't worry. So cool, man. So that's Zirkzee. We'll get into the rest of the news quickly. Harry Maguire is due to be back. Man United are set to welcome back Harry Maguire next month to ease their defensive crisis. Maguire has not played since he sustained a thigh injury in the 2-2 draw with Tottenham on the 8th of November. United have not rushed back Maguire ahead of the start of the AFCON on Saturday, now that they're without Mazraoui. Amrin admitted last week that Maguire sometimes has an issue and the club have afforded him more recovery time. Bruv, listen, I'll tell you this for free. I want us to get a proper centre-back because Maguire gets injured way too much. Delit's Delit, and he's usually dilly. But if he's not playing, bro, we are tired, bro. In that CCB, Heaven is good with the ball. I like the way he steps and he does the little shoulder thing, but without the ball, when he's defending, I don't trust him, bro. He let Jared Bowen score a goal like that in pre-season. Semeno, he didn't run out quick enough. And even the way they scored them 2 goals, both of them was exactly identical. Ball in the middle, boom, shoot. I can't trust him, brother. We need a proper centre-back, man. So we need to go out there and get a proper centre-back, someone that we can rely on. If the lit's not there, we get this other guy, whatever. And I think it's time anyway. Remember, he's only got what? How long has he got in his contract? It ends at the end of the season. So it is what it is, man. I know he's there, part of the leadership, etc. He used to be the captain, so he's that guy. But, mate, I don't know, man. Go get someone we can rely on. Do you know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But he's meant to be back next month. We don't know how early it'll be, but it is where it is. We'll see what's happening. Rio Ferdinand, obviously, on Man United TV, blah, blah, blah. Nothing important. This is some more news now. This is from DiMarzio. He's come out and said Roma's #1 target is Joshua Zirkzee. Roma will be willing to wait until about 18th, 20th for a possible green light. That's when AFCON ends, on the 20th of January. So on the 18th, there will be an African Cup of Nations final. The consequent return of the players. United then could be without Mbumo. The ideal situation of Roma will be based on a loan with an option to buy, which could also become an obligation to facilitate negotiation. So they're trying to get him as with any means necessary, but the situation is AFCON's in the way. AFCON finals on the 18th, so that's why they're trying to say, listen, after them and I've come back from AFCON, that's when we can start letting our players go, so we're not light. Why would we let them go and then be over light? We're already light. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, this is Bruno Fernandes. My man's just come out. Alex Crook, you know, he rolls around with Ben Jacobs now, so he's got news galore. This is how he moves. There's a sense amongst Bruno Fernandes. There's a sense amongst Bruno Fernandes' teammates that maybe this could be the start of an Old Trafford farewell. Maybe this could be his last season at United. His release clause is around 57 million, which kicks in summer 2026 for overseas clubs. Bayern have been mentioned as possible suitors. Right, Bayern. You put Fernandes with Harry Kane. That's what we was meant to do at Man United. But we didn't do it. If we put Fernandes with Harry Kane and the way he creates chances in this league, which is the best league, you make him do that in that slow German league. Long day, man. Elise on the wing. Gnabry and that. It's long. Luis Diaz. Man said Gnabry. Luis Diaz and Elise on the wings. And then you've got Harry Kane up top. Come on, bro, man. Long day. 57 million's a bundle. That's a deal. I'll be real. Anyone that's playing a 4, you put my man in the middle, it's a long day. Because you see him what he's doing and he's not even playing in his position. It's crazy. So, yeah, that's Alex Crook anyway. You know Alex Crook. He's a crook sometimes, but because he chats to Ben Jacobs now, he's got a 1-2 info. And then this is the updated. I'm not going to read all of this. There's no point. I'm just going to skim through it. Man United begin the second month. Fulham, blah, blah, blah. Tottenham, boom, 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 boom. So I'm going to show you the dates. Basically, it says Fulham, 2 o'clock on Sunday the 1st. What's that? January? February? It hasn't got the dates, though. So maybe I have to read it then. Oh, this is February. This is all February. Yeah. So the 1st of February, we got Fulham at home. Tottenham at home on the 7th. West Ham away on the 10th. Everton away on the 23rd. And then Palace at home on the 28th. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see. Obviously, you know we're always Monday night football or some Thursday. We're always last. Have you not clocked that? They always put us last now. It's crazy. We was on a Thursday with West Ham, just us two. Then we was on a then was it who did we play after that? We played someone, I think, was the last game on a Sunday. Then Monday, sorry. We played on a Monday against Everton. So Thursday against West Ham, Monday against Everton, and then we played Monday again against Bournemouth. It's crazy. I don't get it, bro. And then we play Sunday at 12 o'clock against Crystal Palace. I've never heard of that. Sunday at 12 o'clock is mental. So that's that for that. Let's go through. Let me skim through the news now and show you what's really going on. So this is the youth that were obviously brought to my attention. El Mala. Saeed El Mala. There's meant to be 2 of them or something, but this guy's meant to be a baller. Bayern Munich have obviously put him aside and said, yo, we might go for him as well, just in case they can't get Malik Fofana. So they might go for Malik Fofana. If they can't get Malik Fofana, they want him. This geezer scored 6 goals, 2 assists, 16 games. He's playing for Cologne, which ain't really the best team in Germany, but he's doing what he needs to do. He's good at dribbling. Brighton put in a 20 million euro bid for him last summer, and they said no. You know when Brighton's trying to do them 20 million euro, that's about 15, 16 million pounds. You know what they're trying to do. So he could be that baller. Bayern Munich might want him as well. This is what I'm saying. So he could be someone, but Man United and Tottenham have made concrete inquiries for Cologne winger Saeed El Mala. Both clubs have asked the German side of their willingness to negotiate and indicated they are willing to offer around 30 to 40 million euros. So, boy, there might be something in there, man. Remember, there's all these talks about Semeno. He's a left winger. So is he. Do you know what I'm saying? He's a left winger. So we can say, yo, what? We'll take the cheaper route. We pay 26, 25 million pounds. And this geezer's meant to be cold. I don't know him. I ain't seen a comp or nothing. But like I said, Bayern Munich, and he's in a lot of comparisons with Malik Fofana. We saw what Malik Fofana done at Old Trafford. The man came off the bench and just turned the whole game on his head. So we already know what we're dealing with. If he's on his type of level, you know what's going on. So this is the geezer that we're looking at, man. We'll see what happens with him, man. We see if we go and do something with him. Like I said, I've never watched him properly. But if you see this, look, this is what I've typed in. And I was like, right, let me go see what's going on. Look, when it comes to the teenagers with the most goals in Europe's top 5 leagues this season, this has been put out literally on the 15th. Lamine Yamal was 6. El Mala was 6. And Diamonde from Leipzig, all on 6. Krupi, he's obviously scored against us the last game we played. So he's in that list there, and he's 19 years old. Do you know what I'm trying to say? He's meant to be a good dribbler. Look, last summer, Brighton and Hove Albion offered 20 million euros. It was turned down. And Sportbild are very good for German news. They were breaking all the news for Sesko stuff. Do you know what I'm saying? When it comes to German teams, Sportbild, I think they're one of the main ones. One of them. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they break news. Tottenham's got about 100 wingers. I can't see Tottenham doing it. But you never know. They might want to get him and then put it. Who knows? You never know. But I just can't see him going there. But a lot of people are rating him, man. Everywhere you see, he's being rated. Look, Man United, blah, blah, blah. And as you can see from here, look at that. He's getting compared to Malik Fofana. This is on the 2nd of December. And there you go. This is where I remember seeing it somewhere, his name. And I was like, where? Bam. Bayern Munich are saying they've put him on his shortlist, but Malik Fofana remains on the list. And obviously, El Mala's in there as well. And he's 19 years old. El Mala's transfer would not be easy to complete as he has no release clause in his Cologne contract. So that's why they want 30 to 40 million euros. So we could get this done. Who knows, but we'll see, man. We'll see. I'm going to have to watch a little comp about him, but hopefully more news comes out, say tomorrow or the next day, etc. And then we do go and we deal with that wing-back situation. Do you know what I'm saying? Look at that. Most chances created by a Premier League season over the last 6 seasons. Bruno Fernandes, safe, different. Alexander-Arnold got 1 year in there. I think that's the year they won COVID year. But apart from that, different. We've got this about Semeno. Man City are monitoring the situation. Man United are still there as well. But City seems like they're in the lead. Everyone keeps saying that. So it is where it is. We'll see what happens. Joshua Zirkzee, Roma won him. We're not trying to let him go until AFCON at least. Something happens about it. Harry Maguire is due to be back next month. We'll see what happens with him. He's always getting injured. Ruben Neves, Al Hilal have failed to convince Ruben Neves to sign a new deal and now open to him returning to Europe. We remain keen, apparently. I don't know. Like I said, I've never seen a player come from the Saudi league and come straight to the Prem. He always got to go somewhere else. Jordan Henderson, he had to go to Ajax and then his contract ran out or whatever and then he came. But I've never seen a player come straight from the Saudi to the Prem. The money's too different. So I don't know, man. So that's more or less it, man. Look at that. That's the last thing. Joshua Zirkzee's Roma's top target. And that's more or less it, my people. So smash the likes if you haven't already. Appreciate all of you lot. You know I'm going to be here at 10 o'clock with a 10-minute update of all the news. So everything you've seen already and whatever comes out from now till 9, 10 o'clock, I will pull it in that 10-minute update. So make sure you're there for that. Smash the likes. Subscribe if you're new. We're always here for you lot. Love.
Got some celebs pull up local. You know we up next, pull up mofos. They don't be there on repeat, they're like, oh no. Where's the mix it up, let's take a photo now. Photo now. But for now, I'm local. But for now, preserve the beat, I'm more loud. I said I'm more loud, I'm more loud.